My name's Rob Yeomans and I'm a milkman in Ripley.
So how long have you been a milkman for?
Approximately 34 years.
How did you get the job?
Bit of a long story, but I used to be a joiner. Passed all my qualifications and then I bumped into a school friend of mine who was a milkman with the co-op, and he was earning a considerable amount of money more than what I was. So I went to see the gaffer at the co-op mill and he says, can you start tomorrow? So a week later I started and doing the milk round, and that was that.
And then how long were you with the co-op for?
Round about 6 years. And then I got an opportunity to buy a milk round on my own. A private milkman was selling part of his, so I thought I'd like to be my own boss. So I went and bought that and continued picking customers up and developing the round.
And what exactly do you do on your round?
Deliver milk, fruit juice, potatoes, yoghurt, cream, anything that really I can make profit on.
And is it just houses you deliver to? Like whereabouts do you?
No, houses, and then there's factories, schools, hospitals. Ripley Hospital, I take milk there, 2 doctors, surgeries in Ripley. So no, quite a few different people to deliver to.
And what time do you start working then?
Oh, I get up at 2:30 a.m. and then start delivering at 3 o'clock.
And how many days of the week do you deliver milk?
4 full days and then a couple of days where there's just bits and bobs.
And how long does the round take?
Approximately 5 hours.
And what happens if you're ill?
When you're on your own, when you own your own business, you can't be ill. I've only ever been ill once in 28 years, and fortunately that was my day off.
And what do you deliver your milk in?
A van. I've got an electric milk van.
Why electric?
Why electric? Good question. Save on fuel. It's green to the planet, and it does. I charge it up once a day, 4 hours charge, and then I'm ready to go the next morning.
Whereabouts do you source your milk from?
I get my milk from a farm in Staffordshire, just over the Derbyshire border. It's a little farm, it's called Wells Farm Dairy, and they produce all the milk and bottle it up and they deliver it to us. And they was on Country File last year where the filming went round the farm and it showed you how they produce milk and bottle it and etc, etc.
Whereabouts do you store your milk?
We've got a fridge the other side of Ripley, about as big as a garden shed, and that's where we have the milk delivered to us from Wells Farm Dairy. So there's 3 of us that has milk delivered to this fridge in Ripley, myself, and then there's a lady and another chap, and we go there to load up first thing in the morning, and then we deliver his milk, and we take all his empties back to the fridge so they can be recycled, go back to the dairy, washed out, cleaned out, and filled again with milk, ready for deliveries again.
Do you have any help on the round?
Yes, I have quite a bit of help. I'm getting on in age now, so I like a bit of help in the morning. I've got 3 or 4 different lads who help me on different days, and they're a big help to me.
So then what does it take to be a milkman?
Energy, no fear of getting up early mornings.
What would you say the best bit about being a milkman is?
Well, to be my own boss, that's with my business. Fresh air, I love fresh air, and I love my customers. It's a pleasure to serve them, and it's a pleasure to go around and collect the milk money and have a chat to them once a week, every fortnight, whenever I go collecting. And some people, especially the older people, they look forward to seeing milkmen because on occasions that's the only person they see in a day.
And opposite them, so what's the worst part about being a milkman?
The weather. Getting up in the morning and it's chucking it down with rain, or there's 3 or 4 inches of snow, that causes a lot of problems. So that's obviously the worst, the weather.
And what happens when it snows?
I try and beat the snow by going out the day before. I really look and research the weather forecasts, and if they give a snow warning out, then my milk's in fridge ready to go, so we'll go and load up and we deliver it hopefully before the snow comes. If the snow persists for 3 or 4 or 5 days, then it causes problems, the snow and ice, travelling about in a van and walking.
Do you ever run into any issues working early in the morning?
I see people coming out of nightclubs drunk, staggering in the middle of the road, so you have to be careful. I don't get involved with anybody who's walking past while I'm delivering, because I've known over the years where milkman's been attacked, so I'm certainly vigilant in that area. On one occasion there was some lads walking towards a milk van, an open top milk van, and they started to pinch milk off the back, and obviously the milkman asked them to stop, and things developed, and he got attacked and he ended up in hospital. So that's the reason why I avoid anything like that.
Yeah, so what sort of customers do you get then?
Hopefully good ones.
Yeah.
But over the past I've had some bad ones. Some people don't like paying, and I've had 1 or 2 problems over the years where they've spat at me, swore at me, tried to punch me. So I hopefully get good customers now. Any bad ones I just get rid of because I don't need the hassle.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I've had milk from Rob the milkman for a few years. I can't remember exactly how long.
So why do you choose to go to Rob for your milk?
He's convenient, he's very cheerful, he's always on time, he's a very pleasant man to deal with. I can remember going back a long time ago when milk was delivered by horse and cart. I'm so old. And you used to go out with a jug and collect your jug of milk, but that's a long time ago. His deliveries are always on time, as I've said, and I like to wash my bottles out and recycle, because I think that's a good thing. And also, when you get older, it's a nice convenient thing to have, because he will also deliver extras like milk and bread if you need it.
So from when you first started back with the co-op to now, what's changed over the years?
Well, there used to be 8 milkmen in Ripley when I first started 34 years ago, and there's only 2 milkmen now left in Ripley because supermarkets.
Yeah.
Supermarkets have done quite a few small businesses over the years. I mean, when I was your age, I can remember there used to be a pot man come round in a van selling. There used to be a van come round selling bread and cakes. Well, of course, all that's done away with, and you can relate that back to the supermarkets. We small businessmen just cannot compete with the supermarkets.
Do you think, the price of the milk is reasonable?
Well, it's a service he's given, isn't it? So you pay extra for a service, I appreciate that. And his milk's fresh. Sometimes you don't know how long it's been on the way to a supermarket before you actually get it. So that's one of the reasons I like to have it local.
Has this affected you then?
Yes, I've lost customers to supermarkets because obviously money talks. It's cheaper to buy milk in a supermarket, so they decided to go there rather than having a milkman.
Where do you see the future of the milkman?
I don't see any future for the milkman. I just see supermarkets taking over all small businesses. If you look at the town centres now, banks are dropping out, charity shops are springing up. I can't see much future for the town centres. I hope I'm wrong, I really hope I'm wrong, but I can't see it.
And do you reckon in, say, 20 years' time, there'll still be milkmen?
No, I don't. And like I say, I don't think there'll be much in town centres. Banks will have shut, because it's all internet banking. Supermarkets will get more powerful. So no, I don't see any future for the milkman at all.